replaced with a memorial. If you have any information about her murder, you can contact the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation at 1-800-522-8017. Kristen Richardson. Born October 14, 1966, Kristen Sue Richardson was a talented musician with a love of animals. She doted on her dog, Buddy, and her friends described her as someone who would go out of her way to help others. A passionate drummer, Kristen also went by her nickname, Crash, and loved listening to music. Her favorite band was Hailstorm. Kristen was last seen on May 25, 2018, at her home in the 1300 block of Houston Street in Muskogee. The 51-year-old was packing for Rocklahoma, a music festival in the city of Pryor, where Hailstorm was performing. She told her family she would be stopping by to pick up a tent and sleeping bag, but she never showed up. Unfortunately, almost 2 weeks passed before the drummer was reported missing. It wasn't until June 6th that her sister filed a missing persons report. The Muskogee PD spoke with one of Kristen's roommates, a man named Carl Bryce. He said they'd attended Rocklahoma together, but that the 51-year-old had left with an unidentified woman. However, Christie's mobile phone records showed that she didn't leave Muskogee, and authorities suspected that she had never made it to the festival at all. This was further proved when there were no witnesses outside of Bryce who could place Kristen at the event. Investigators soon learned that Bryce had used the 51-year-old's Oklahoma access card after she'd gone missing. He and the pair's other roommate, Cody Ray Campbell, had also reportedly given away some of Kristen's belongings and sold others a week before a missing persons report was filed. Both men were detained as material witnesses in the case, and Campbell was later charged with possession of a stolen vehicle in connection with the truck found at the trio's residence. A month later, on July 21st, investigators went to Kristen's house to look for further evidence. They had received an anonymous tip from somebody who claimed that Cody Ray Campbell had admitted that Carl Bryce had stabbed Kristen to death. The tipster also stated that they'd seen a pile of dirt in the northwest corner of the back garden of their property, and there had been a foul smell emanating from it. During law enforcement's search of the property, they dug up the garden but found nothing. That same day, they filed first-degree murder charges against a John Doe. On November 25, 2019, the authorities executed a search warrant and examined a property for human remains. However, they would not disclose further information about this search. This is the most recent update in Kristen's case. There have been no arrests made, and her remains have not been recovered. Campbell was sentenced to 5 years in prison for the stolen vehicle charge, but neither he nor Bryce has been charged or convicted in connection with the disappearance. Kristen's loved ones have stated that her disappearance is uncharacteristic. She was content with life and loved her friends, family, and dog, and would not leave any of them behind without a word. Foul play is suspected in her case. Kristen Crash Richardson was last seen on May 25, 2018, at her home in the 1300 block of Houston Street in Muskogee, Oklahoma. She is described as a Native American woman with brown hair and hazel eyes. Her hair was styled in a short foghorn at the time of her disappearance. She is around 5'6" and weighs 200 pounds when she was last seen. She wears glasses for reading and has an 8 to 10 inch tattoo of Stevie Nicks on her right calf and a scar on the back of her right leg. At the time of her disappearance, she was wearing a tan or beige shirt, camouflage print pants, and possibly a bandana on her head. If she is still alive, she will be 55 years old. If you have any information about her disappearance, you can call the Muskogee Police Department at 918-683-8000, or you can contact the Oklahoma Office of the Chief Medical Examiner on 918-295-3400. Aubrey Dameron. Aubrey Dameron, born October 22, 1993, is described by her family and friends as a loving and generous woman with a big heart. Her uncle told People.com she just wanted to make sure that everyone felt like they had a place in the world. Kind of like a mother hen, making sure that everyone was good and doing well. A citizen of the Cherokee Nation, Aubrey struggled growing up as she had begun to transition to a female at a young age, which caused her classmates to hurl slurs and sometimes even rocks in her direction. Still, every day she would return from school and tell her aunt, "It's okay, Aunt Pam. I'll just keep praying for her." Aubrey dreamt of becoming a singer and actor, and even though her family were too poor to send her to acting classes, she performed at every chance she got, even if it was dancing on the coffee table and singing for her family. In August of 2018, Aubrey, now 25, moved back to Grove, Oklahoma to live with her mother, brother, and stepfather. She had previously lived in New Mexico with her boyfriend, Jay Pearson. According to Pearson, Aubrey had returned home to work on her drug and alcohol issues. But her Aunt Pam tells another story, claiming that the 25-year-old had revealed to her that she was scared of her boyfriend. Pam stated Aubrey said to her that Pearson had threatened to kill her if she was to leave him. Aubrey was known to be social. She contacted her family every day and was constantly posting on her social media accounts. But following her return home, her contacts became less frequent, and her posts online became few and far between. Eventually, they both stopped altogether. In February of 2019, she had an altercation with her stepfather, who filed charges of assault and battery against her. However, the charges were dropped promptly on March 1st. The exact reason behind the fight is unknown. On March 9th, 2019, at 3:30 a.m., Aubrey left her mother's home in Grove. She told her family that she was going to meet someone. As the area they lived in was rural, with nothing within walking distance, she had messaged several individuals in the hours beforehand, searching for someone to give her a lift. However, it's unknown if anyone picked Aubrey up when she left home. The 25-year-old's mobile phone last pinged at 3:42 a.m. near her house. It's not known at this point if it was turned off or it ran out of battery afterwards. Aubrey has never been seen or heard from since. Her family reported her missing on March 11th. The following day, her ex-boyfriend, Jay Pearson, received a phone call from a woman identifying herself as Dinette Ralbach and claiming she was a friend of Aubrey's. The woman said Aubrey was being held against her will in Ketchum, Oklahoma, for drug money that she owed someone. She said Aubrey would be released when her debt was paid, and if it wasn't, she'd be killed. Dinette was questioned by investigators, and it quickly became apparent that the whole thing was a hoax. She was arrested and subsequently charged with extortion. On March 23rd, a search for Aubrey was carried out by law enforcement. The only clue they found was a sock with what appeared to be a blood stain on it, half a mile from her home. It's unclear if the garment belongs to the 25-year-old, and while it was sent for testing, the results came back as inconclusive. Months later, on November 21st, the police received a promising lead and drained a pond in Delaware County, searching for Aubrey and her belongings, but they found nothing. Aubrey's case has grown cold since that November 2019 development. Her family feared that she became the victim of a hate crime after she headed out alone, and have stated their belief that the police didn't care about her case. They have also noted that law enforcement seems to blame Aubrey's high-risk lifestyle for her disappearance. Captain Gail Wells of the Delaware County Sheriff's Office, who is now retired, has been credited for this quote. Wells told Oxygen.com, "This was the last case I ever reviewed. I kept it in my office and didn't use it. What made this case unique was her lifestyle. Not only was she transgender and very sexually active, but she was also a known drug abuser. Aubrey's case is still unsolved. She is considered at risk as she suffers from epilepsy and requires anti-seizure medication, along with other prescription drugs, all of which she left behind on the night of her disappearance. She was last seen leaving her home in Grove on March 9, 2019, at 3:30 a.m., after claiming she was going to meet a friend. She has not been seen or heard from since. Her mobile phone and social media appear to have remained inactive since she vanished. Aubrey is described as a Native American woman with brown hair and brown eyes. At the time of her disappearance, she was around 140 to 170 pounds and stood between 5'9" and 5'10". When she was last seen, she was wearing a black jacket.
And that is how you make it.
She has several tattoos.
And don't worry about it being all messed up and everything. So you barely see that they're messed up.
She may use the nickname Shorty, and if she is still alive, she will be
You
28.
barely see.
If you have any information about Aubrey's disappearance, you can call the Cherokee Nation Marshal Service.
So don't worry about how they look on their sides, because they're going to sit like this anyway. So And then we got this side. And as you could see in the front, yeah, it looks horrible there. But that's okay. I can fix that. But as you could see, this is 3 weeks worth of making.
The decade of the 2010s held some of recent history's most notable events. The horrific
3
earthquake
weeks.
in Haiti, the divisive US presidential campaign of 2016, and the explosion of the Me Too